Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to Anime King 2. And unfortunately, today is the last episode of Uchiha Naruto, the Sage. Thank you guys for following me on this journey, and I hope you guys enjoy all of the lovely episodes that I post for this series. So go ahead in the comments and tell me what you think of this story, and tell me guys if you enjoyed it. And thank you all once again for all your help and your support. So, over on Anime King, my main channel tonight, I'm going to be posting what if Naruto went missing for 4 years, and also what if Naruto was trained to be a mercenary. So stay in tune for all of those lovely what ifs. And also soon, on Anime King 2, this channel, I'm going to be starting a new series. A series different from all of the what if suggestions that I got. So just stay in tune guys and enjoy all of the lovely what ifs that I sent towards you guys. So thank you all again for all of your help and your support. And let's get straight into this new episode guys. Thank you all again. Start it now. So the last time we left off, let's do the final recap. Naruto was at his palace when hundreds of beams that could turn his palace into dust rained down on it. Naruto quickly activated Susanoo and used his truth-seeking orbs as he tried to take all of the hits head on. But they were powerful as they rocked him. They sent Naruto crashing out of the sky, even one of his arms were gone. But he can regenerate. As the people of the capital were worried, as they saw their beloved emperor crash out of the sky, but Naruto raised his hand, making everyone know that he was alright. Naruto then decided to slaughter all of the enemies. As he went forward and found A and B with about 3,000 ninjas, Naruto then slaughtered them all, killing every single one on the battlefield, as he already told A that none of them will be left alive. The only person remained was Killer B and A. Naruto then grabbed the both of them after they fired everything at him, trying to kill him, but Naruto just won't die, even after they fired a cannon beam straight at him. Naruto then set the both of them ablaze by the Amaterasu. He then went back to his palace to get some rest, and let his main core deal with the other nuisance that tried to enter the village. Because coming tomorrow, the real battle begins, where Konoha will send their special ninjas and other foes will come after him. So Naruto was just preparing himself. So yeah guys, that was basically the last part we left off. So let's get straight into the final episode. We currently have Naruto sitting on his throne with his sharingan shining through the darkness. Emperor, said a voice as Nagato walked in with his Rinnegan shining. Why are you just sitting here when the city is under attack? The outer wall. What do you wish of me to do this time, Nagato? Naruto asks. Fight with your people. You shouldn't be here sitting and watching the battles like it's some sort of a show. This is not the right behavior for an emperor, Nagato stated firmly. Why don't you go ahead and do that for me, Nagato? Perhaps I may put you as emperor in the next couple of years, Naruto said. It is not my place to do so, said Nagato, as he raised his right palm. You are not worthy of being emperor. This world should have been brought to peace years ago, but you just stood by and did nothing. And I am afraid that I can no longer stand for that. Nagato, what are you? Naruto then stopped, as a swirling vortex appeared beside Nagato. As Obito stepped out, Naruto, said Obito, as he then placed his right hand on Nagato's shoulder. Do it, said Obito. Almighty push, said Nagato. The roof of the palace was destroyed, as this made the people of the city more scared, knowing that if the Emperor Palace got destroyed, that means that the Emperor was in trouble. And who will save them then? The almighty push didn't affect Naruto, as he was still sitting on his throne, as he was pissed, but he was still recovering from his previous death blows that he got from the cannon, and now he had to deal with Nagato. Naruto got up off his throne as it then crumbled away. I raised the both of you from the dead. Naruto then shook his head. What happened to Konoha? He asked as he looked up, as he could see through his palace right now because Nagato destroyed it. Sasuke is waving off any threat. Along with Guy and Lee, they should handle the problem without me, said Obito. To think another attack would launch at him when he was in this state. He wasn't in that bad of a condition where he couldn't take down Nagato and Obito, but if he fought them, he would be vulnerable after the battle. And that is a feeling he didn't want to feel again. He felt that long time ago when he was locked up in his Sky Palace, before he faced off against Madara and Sasuke when Madara beat the crap out of him. Are you worried about another wave of attack coming at you, asked Obito, in your current state? If the heavy hitters of Konoha came here, you would be done. Naruto raised the eyebrow as he tilted his head to the side, as he smiled. Did I leave myself that open for you to read me? It doesn't matter anyway. Let us get this over with. Naruto then disappeared. Let's go, said Obito, as both Nagato and Obito disappeared as well, as they were now above ground, facing Naruto. Obito still had his hand on Nagato's shoulder, as in a blink of an eye they disappeared, as they appeared in front of Naruto. As Nagato brought his fist forward, Naruto quickly jumped back. Nagato then created 4 iron rods as he sent them after Naruto. Naruto raised his hand as all of them were blasted away. Nagato then ran through hand sign, summoning jutsu as he summoned the robot path, who fired 10 missiles at Naruto. The missiles reached him in a second, but they exploded before they could touch him. When the smoke cleared, Naruto was standing there, his arm folded. It was then that a blade impacted with Naruto. It was Obito, perfect Susanoo. So, the missiles were just a distraction, Naruto thought, as the blade sent him flying through the air. A distance away, Naruto crashed down into the ground. As he attempted to get on his feet, both Nagato and Obito appeared in front of him. Nagato quickly threw a stack of paper bombs at him. Before they could hit him, Naruto did the almighty push as he blasted them away. But Nagato disappeared with Obito as they appeared in front of Naruto again, as Nagato planted his foot under Naruto's chin, sending Naruto flying down into the ground as blood was gushing out of his mouth. Obito then grabbed onto Naruto's foot as he raised him above his head and slammed him down into the ground with so much force there was a boom. The both of them were coming at him again as Naruto then flared up his Susanoo to life. You're immortal, said Obito, but that doesn't mean you don't get tired. You received 2 death blows earlier. That is why we decided to attack now. Your body is still weak. Naruto ignored those words and attempted to step up. As he did so, it hurt. He felt pain all over his body. Receiving a hit from a Susanoo blade wasn't a good thing, especially when he was able to cut through a mountain. As Naruto stood tall, he activated his perfect Susanoo, but it didn't last for long as he crumbled down to his knees and the Susanoo vanished. Nagato shook his head. It seems that you don't know your own limits. I must thank the Raikage though. His death may seem pathetic, but because of him, we are within victory. Victory is in our hands. As Obito nodded, we may not be able to kill you, but we can still do the next best thing. To think this day will come, cursed the Raikage, but Naruto had a smile on his face as he felt excited about feeling this weak against strong opponent. So this is what it feels like to be at your limit, he said as he slowly got up on his feet. I find myself curious. I understand why Nagato would do this because he wants peace, and I am not doing anything about peace. But Obito, why would you? You gave me a chance to correct my wrongs by bringing me back to life, but I saw this world as something that needs peace as well. Your grandfather seek peace. That is why he wished to put everyone in the Tsukuyomi to live a peaceful life. Nagato seek peace. But not you. You never seek peace. So, I knew I must do something about that. Naruto chuckled a bit. It doesn't matter now. Let us get this final dance over with. You don't get it, do you? Your body cannot fight anymore, Obito said. As he slowly walked towards Naruto, a chakra rod came in the palm of his hand as he dashed towards Naruto. He tried to stab Naruto in the chest, but Naruto placed up his hand as it pierced his hand, drawing blood. Obito then created another chakra rod, as suddenly, something pierced through his back. What? How did you get? But it wasn't Naruto. As he turned his head to see Sasuke. Sasuke, what are you doing? Obito said, as blood gushed out of his mouth. Chidori, yelled Sasuke as he ran his hand straight through Obito's chest, bursting through his heart, as Obito dropped to the ground. Sasuke then turned his sights on Nagato, Amaterasu, but Nagato simply pushed away the black flames. It was then that Naruto made contact with Nagato's eyes, and Nagato found himself, he couldn't move. You forgot something, Nagato. Those are my eyes. As Naruto took his time and gulged out Nagato's eyes, Sasuke then appeared over Nagato as he stabbed his sword right through Nagato's back, bursting through his heart. He then pulled up his sword. As Sasuke looked over at Naruto, as Naruto had a frown on his face. I just saved your life. You owe me, said Sasuke, as he then disappeared. Naruto then went back to his throne room. As he quickly created a throne, as he sat down, his body was exhausted. The people saw him coming back from battle, wounded and weak. It was then that Neo and Kodoro appeared in the room, as both of them threw chains around Naruto and around his throne. The both of them then brought out their sword, ready to slice Naruto's head off, but Shinji and Heisuke appeared and blocked their swords. Neo, Kodoro, what are you doing? Asked Shinji. He's not worthy to be emperor, said Kodoro. You both have betrayed the empire. As Shinji then snapped his finger and the special corps appeared. You won't be forgiven for this treason. We came prepared for that, said Kodoro, as there was a huge explosion shaking the entire area as both of them disappeared in the chaos. Where did they go? Heisuke asked Karin. I cannot track them down. Something is interfering with my senses. I may be able to do it outside. Let them be for now, said Naruto, silencing everyone. There are more important matters to deal with. Heisuke turned as he faced the Emperor. The chain? Don't touch it, said Naruto. Shinji, restore calm in the capital. Heisuke, take a few of your men and try to calculate the damage that the country has taken. Karin, go to the Crystal Palace and get the rebuilding now. Sasuke then appeared in the room. I just spared your life a moment ago, and you were going to lose it again? What? You saving the Emperor's life? Get out of here, said one of the Special Corps members. Well, ask him, said Sasuke. I just saved him from Obito and Nagato. He was going to die. As Naruto closed his eyes, Sasuke, leave now. The rest of you, you have your duties. I wish to rest. As he fell unconscious, with a chain still gripping his upper half. As Sasuke left with a grin on his face. Mission completed. He spread this story all around. As he didn't really care what the higher ups think, he wanted the villagers to know. As it would be known that Sasuke Uchiha spared Naruto because he pitied him. The rumors were spread around the elemental nations, and for once Naruto would be seen as a human. In due time, people will stop fearing his power and things will settle down. A week later, it has only been a week and the rumors have reached all corners of the earth, as everyone thought that Naruto was now just a man with power. He was no longer seen as a god or someone to be feared. The power that he used to have with his name disappeared. It was just Naruto and his empire. But at least no one was trying to attack his home. People were in joy to the fact that Sasuke allowed the emperor to live when he was begging for his life. The rumors had spread and it said that Naruto got defeated and he was on his knees begging, while Sasuke decided to give him pity and defeat Obito and Nagato and allow him to live. And people talk, if Sasuke could do it once, then he could do it again. And the fact that Naruto didn't comment on the rumors, they did him no favor, so people put it to their mind that it was true. Right now Naruto entered the Crystal Palace. I wasn't expecting for you to be the first person here, Naruto said. Kurosaki then responded, I had more time. You look happy, she commented, seeing a little difference in him since the last time she saw him. I thought that you would be pissed about the rumors flying around. I have no reason to be angry, Naruto said. Kurosaki nodded as she narrowed her eyes. I actually came here because I have something to say to you before the others arrive. And what is that? Naruto asked. I don't believe the nonsense that you beg for mercy. I believe that it was just a rumor. And Sasuke spared your life? It is hard to believe. You're not the type to be spared. And also given your power. And I don't see a situation like that happening. So what is the true story? You really want to know? Naruto asked. Yes, I want to know. I did not beg for mercy and Sasuke did not spare my life. I was indeed involved in a fight with Nagato and Obito. I was at a disadvantage and Sasuke came in just the right time to stop the battle. And then he said something about saving my life. Kurosaki stared at Naruto for a second, as she then burst out in laughter, as Naruto just stared at her. Someone saved you from defeat? He didn't spare me or did I beg for mercy. The truth is, he saved my life from death. Once again, Kurosaki burst into laughter as she imagined Naruto in that state. Well, if you look at that, isn't this pretty? Said Mei. You two getting along. What has the emperor told you for you to be laughing that hard? Kurosaki folded her hands. That is between me and the emperor, she said. Is that so? Mei said. Hello, Mei, Naruto greeted her with a small smile. Emperor, she said. Kurosaki sensed some tension, but she shrugged it off. It was then both Gaara and Kakashi arrived, as Darui was the last to arrive. Kakashi never thought that this day would come. The cages gathering at the Emperor's palace to discuss peace treaty. Kakashi wasn't angry at Sasuke because in his scheming it was the only way for things to get settled down, even though he killed Obito. Shall we start? Gaara asked as everyone nodded. We are here because we want to start peace treaties and stop all of this mindless violence. Before we begin, does anyone have something to say? Darui raised his hand as they looked at him, as he then looked at Naruto and spoke. I do not wish to play the blame game with you. I know that even if you hadn't said those things at the last cage meeting, A would have still declared war on your village. But the one thing that always made people fear was the Empire's power. Why don't we trim that power to lessen people's worries? Mei was the one to speak. What do you mean by that? She asked. The rice is already powerful on its own. Having the Rain Village a part of it increases its power. Let us not forget that it also has Kiri in its corner. Uzu may be a research land, but more people are going there, and it will become a village and a part of the Empire's power. Darui then paused for the words to sink in. As he then spoke again, the Empire should free the Rain Village. I believe it is only right to do so. The Hidden Rain has always been a village on its own. All eyes then turned to the Emperor as he responded with a single word. Fine. Huh? Said Darui, as he was surprised for Naruto to respond in that fashion. Even Mei was surprised, as she didn't expect him to give up so quickly without a fight. The Hidden Rain will be free from the Empire's clutches, said Naruto. Oh, okay. That is cleared up, said Kurasuke. Is there anyone with anything else? She asked. They all shook their heads no, and they began to discuss the terms of the treaty. The talks were normal and civilized as they could be. Naruto remained quiet as he only spoke when he was asked something. They bickered a bit, but it was nothing life-threatening. Once everything was completed, they called an end for the meeting as everyone went off. Later that day, well, this is a lovely surprise, said Mei as Naruto appeared in her house. As by her side was the Kazekage, Naruto then made himself comfortable alongside the two. I thought you would be heading home, he said, looking at the Kazekage. Mei was the one who spoke. I have some matters I want to deal with Gaara, and he's the only friend I have at this time. I see, said Naruto. At the Rain Village, the village was no longer crying. People could see the sun as everyone finally realized that all the war, everything was over. The village was now at peace. The shinobi could rest. As Naruto was in the village, sitting down on a tall building, as he was just looking down at the streets of the village. So, here you are, said a voice. As Sasuke appeared behind him, Naruto didn't even react, as he was still looking down at the ground. As Sasuke sit beside Naruto, so, when I become Hokage, I want you to return back to Konoha, so we can shake hands, like what Hashirama and Madara did. I no longer want the people to hate you, said Sasuke. Is that so, said Naruto. Sasuke nodded. Alright, aside from that, what are your other plans? Naruto asked. Rebuild the Uchiha clan and look forward for the future. What about you? Sasuke said. Well, just going back home and living my life with Etsuko and make sure that I am there for her. I didn't have a father when I was growing up. I want to make sure that she has one. As Sasuke looked at Naruto, as for a long time now, he never saw the human side, well, the fully human side of Naruto, but now, with his child, he saw it. As Sasuke just smiled. And this is the end right here, guys. Yes, the end of Uchiha Naruto the Sage. You will no longer hear me saying those words. So I hope you guys enjoy this What If. And thank you all for your support and help. And goodbye, guys. I'm out. Peace.